So, I heard you like short, easy to understand and straight to the point guides. Here's everything you need to know about level 50 tier 2 dungeon called Voidwastes. If you prefer the written version of this guide, link will be in the description and pinned comment. When you spawn, you will notice yellow barriers on the ground. Avoid walking into them as it stuns and deals damage. Make your way towards first mini-boss by clearing all the mobs that are on your way. First mini-boss Blatras has a mechanic where he pulls everyone in and spawns a labyrinth of yellow barriers. Walk around them towards the outside area to avoid AoE damage. Move your way to the second mini-boss by clearing all the mobs on your way. Second mini-boss Belkros has a mechanic where he pulls everyone in and spawn a barrier on all 4 sides with a dark orb in front. Interact with the dark orb 2 times to release 2 barriers and move outside towards the safe zone. When you enter the boss room, you will notice many horn-shaped objects placed around the room. When the fight starts, 3 of these objects will have a dark purple beam connected to the boss, splitting the room in 3 parts. The party needs to also split up and have 2 players on each purple beam. The players need to block the beam from touching the boss by standing in front of it. But here is the twist. The beam applies stacks on each player, indicated above their heads. When reaching 30 stacks, the player gets one shot, so the 2 players need to block in turns. When one player reaches 20 stacks, the other steps in and blocks as the stacks drop when you are not blocking. Blocking is important as if the boss gets 30 stacks, that means a complete wipe. Every fight starts with a dodge roll fury attack, so be ready to dodge. The boss also drops yellow AoE pools under 2 random players, so move away and don't stand in them. Periodically, the boss will mark one random player with a red orb above its head. A marked player needs to move to outside the arena and drop the red pulling AoE away from the team. It has big range, so make sure you're away from everyone. When weird text above its head appears and purple beams disappear, it means the mechanic is beginning. One player will be marked with a yellow orb above its head, while at the same time, 2 horn-shaped objects will also be marked with a darker yellow orb. The marked player needs to align himself with one of the marked horn objects, and when the orb above his head disappears, start running around the boss towards the second marked horn object. The boss will breathe yellow AoE, following the marked player and destroying the 2 marked horn objects. These 2 objects will always be next to each other, so it's easy to move around by standing close to the boss. Everyone else can stand behind the boss and have a free DPS period. After 50% HP, the boss repeats the same mechanic twice in a row, one after another, meaning a second random player will be marked and 2 different horn-shaped objects will be marked. After the mechanic, the purple beams are back and his normal patterns are all the same until the next mechanic. And that's it. Congratulations, you have successfully cleared the Voidwastes dungeon, and you can now use 450 Abyss dungeon tokens to open the chest and get the loot. Since I helped you learn the dungeon and get the loot, feel free to help me by subscribing and interacting with this video by leaving a like and comment. If you are interested in learning another dungeon, click the video appearing on your screen.